November 9th, 1996, WB, a world heavyweight champion, 30-year-old Mike Tyson, makes his first title defense against former world champion, 34-year-old Evander Holyfield. This fight was originally supposed to happen 6 years earlier, in June 1990, but 4 months before that, Tyson was unexpectedly knocked out by James "Buster" Douglas. Then a new date was set, November 8, 1991. But first, Tyson broke a rib, causing the fight to be postponed. And then he was accused of rape, landing in prison in February '92. Tyson was released in '95, and in March '96 he won the WBC belt, but eventually vacated it. Instead of a mandatory defense against Lennox Lewis, he chose to fight WB, a champion Bruce Seldon. Tyson dealt with Seldon in just 1 minute and 49 seconds, and 2 months later, he stepped into the ring with Holyfield. When this bout was announced, Tyson was a 25 to -1 favorite. Although the odds dropped closer to the fight, Iron Mike remained a confident 6-1 favorite. Holyfield had lost 2 of his last 4 fights, and a year earlier, in his 3rd match against Riddick Bowe, he was knocked out for the first time in his career. Holyfield was seen as a boxer whose career was rapidly fading, and the Tyson fight was expected to only accelerate that process. The 1996 version of Tyson wasn't the same as in the late 80s, but the Tyson aura still played a huge role. While many admitted that Iron Mike was a bit rusty, they still believed that if anyone posed a threat to him, it certainly wasn't Holyfield. Despite all this, the hype surrounding the fight was colossal. The MGM Grand Garden Arena was packed to capacity. 16,000 tickets sold, generated $14 million. At the time, the fight set a record for pay-per-view sales with 1,590,000 buys, bringing in nearly $80 million. The fighters' purses were also massive. Holyfield received $12 million, Tyson $30. From the very first minutes of the fight, a very unexpected conclusion could be drawn. Holyfield was physically stronger than Tyson. In the clinch, he pushed his opponent back without much trouble. Moreover, Tyson's aura had no effect on Evander. He didn't shy away during attacks, as Iron Mike's opponents often did, and tried to counter every one of Tyson's actions. But it wasn't just Holyfield who surprised. According to him, he didn't expect Tyson to attack with the right straight so often. In the second round, Tyson found himself in a very unusual situation, pinned against the ropes against his will and under an opponent's attack, during which he caught a hard left hook. Starting from the 3rd round, Holyfield increasingly began to use his physical strength advantage, literally wrestling and pushing Tyson into the clinch. But Evander didn't forget to work his fists on the target either. It was in these moments that Tyson had a chance for accurate attacks. But even when he succeeded, his punching power didn't faze Holyfield, which was another surprise. Especially considering that just a year ago, Holyfield had suffered a heavy knockout loss to Riddick Bowe. In the 5th round, Mike Tyson significantly picked up the pace. He works with variety and demonstrates his best qualities. And for the first time since the start of the fight, it can be said with confidence that he won the round. Riding the momentum, Tyson starts the 6th round aggressively, but Holyfield quickly suppresses that aggression. A bit later, in the close-range struggle after a headbutt, Tyson suffered a cut over his left eye. After this, the situation began to heat up, ending with Tyson caught in a bad position, being sent to the canvas by a blow to the chest. Starting from the 7th round, the boxers spent more time in clinches, initiated by Holyfield. Yet bursts of activity occurred periodically. In the final third of the bout, Tyson looks tired, unlike his opponent, and this has a serious impact on the overall picture. At this stage, the punches are harder not from Tyson, but from Holyfield. Meanwhile, Evander swallows Iron Mike's best hits, few as they were, without any trouble. With about 20 seconds left in the round, Holyfield stuns Tyson with an overhand right. It seems Mike managed to avoid major trouble, but in response to his own right, he catches another heavy right hand from Holyfield. 10 seconds remain, and for Holyfield, it's just 10, while for Tyson, it's a whole 10. Mike held on until the bell, but the development of events suggested that Mike wouldn't make it to the next closing bell. In the 11th round, Holyfield confidently and even easily brings the fight to its logical conclusion, handing Tyson the second defeat of his career, which, like the first, was a stoppage. It's hard to say if this victory is Holyfield's greatest feat, but it is certainly the loudest success of Evander's career. As for Mike Tyson, the result of this fight marked a certain turning point. In November 1986, he won his first championship title, and in November '96, he stepped into the ring as a defending world champion for the last time.